North Korea officially scraps a hotline and non-aggression pact with the South. It says Washington and Seoul are responsible for ruining nuclear disarmament talks after Pyongyang threatened the U.S. with a preemptive nuclear strike. This after a UN vote approving more sanctions.
North Korea is close on going on to war with their southern neighbor after successfully testing a nuclear bomb and breaking their non-aggression pact. How do South Koreans look at their neighbors? We talked with Han, a student from South Korea, about their views and the attacks of North Korean Navy in 2010.
I am a normal man from South Korea. I went to high school and then to the army. I went to the army after I graduated from high school and then I went to the university. I worked in the supply section in the army as it was random. I couldn't choose where to be situated. I couldn't choose my duty. I was working in Kalondo, the nearest province to North Korea. The life in the army was very different to what I was used to, because when you're a normal citizen, there isn't a hierarchy, but in the army there is. There was a lot of pressure to obey from the minister. Before going to the army, I didn't know anything about North Korea. When I was a trainee in the army, I had some education about North Korea, where I learned about the threats and attacks from North Korea. After coming back from army, most students that were in the army changed their perspective about North Korea. When you are a civilian, most people tend to consider North Korea as the same country as South Korea. Actually, the people have a natural tendency to consider North Korean citizens as peaceful people. We are the same people, we have the same culture and history. But after going to the army made soldiers believe that our enemy is North Korea, and the reason to go to the army is because of North Korea. When I was taught about this, I thought this is a little bit based. But after experiencing some incident that involved North Korea, I changed my perspective about North Korea.
Han refers to two attacks of North Korea on the South Korean Navy. He explains what happened.
The main two incidents occurred in 2010. The first one is Yunnan. North Korean Navy attacks on South Korean Navy, where the South Korean Navy sank on the west side of the sea. The second one is Yongpang. It's an island. The North Korea fired missiles to the island. The last incident was worse than the first one because innocent citizens have died. The current government insists that they are not supplying more food to North Korea after the attack against South Korea. The South Korean government offered conditions for providing these supplies again. This government thinks that the economic growth is an emergency issue, the same level as military issue.
Time will tell what happens next in North Korea. One thing we can be sure of, international governments will look closely at every step Kim Jong-un will take now.